Hey there, goobers and gubbers. I have some more reaction videos for you guys today. We're gonna learn some more about animals with more Parz. I hope you guys enjoy.
Dolphin?
At least we're safe from it because again, I just okay. So like this is gonna be a crazy thing, okay, guys? This is gonna be a crazy thing. Have you ever just wanted to like wonder what like being like poisoned or like having venom in you feels like even for just a minute and then just like clicking a little button and then it goes away forever and you like nothing bad happens? Because I feel like that is such a scary feeling. Like just like to know what it feels like really quick. You know, like you have like a little get out of jail free card. You just boom, it's gone. But man, sometimes I want to know what it feels like. You know? I just kind of want to know. Also, hi MG, I hope you're doing good. Like I just want to know what it feels like. Kinda. Too scared to know? Come on, like you have the get out of jail free card, you know. You can get out. You don't perish, but like you just
Get drunk. But why? Well, you see,
Dolphins
the
need to
dolphin
not
is
get
by
drunk.
far and away the smartest animal in the ocean. In fact, they're
Dolphins
actually the
are-
second smartest thing on the planet, just behind you and me. This
Oh, hell
means
no.
they are smart enough to understand
I don't
that
like
the
these
ideal
guys.
way to spend your night is more plastered than Chad and Max on your average Cold Ones episode.
again. I was about to say donkeys. Dolphins piss me off because they are super smart, yet they're foul, evil little creatures.
There is just one problem.
So fuck these guys.
Last I checked, there's no bottle O in Bikini Bottom. So
Yeah.
how does a dolphin get fired for all? Simple. They abuse pufferfish.
Okay. No.
You see, due to the lack of underwater
look.
alcohol, dolphins
See, they're bullying pufferfish just to
need
get drunk
find
off of them. They're
other
poison.
ways to get their fix, which is where SpongeBob's driving
Sons of
instructor
bitches.
comes in. You see, pufferfish contain this really cool and totally
freaks,
not
they are
dangerous
freaks.
substance called tetrodotoxin. What is tetrodotoxin?
Tetrodotoxin.
You know, it's only one of the most potent natural neurotoxins on the fucking planet. This shit will freeze your heart and lungs in under
Evil intelligence. Therefore, they're following in our
an
footsteps,
hour
and they should.
with a tiny dose, and it's the reason why cooking a
They shouldn't
pufferfish
follow in our
requires a
footsteps.
dexterity check, so you don't, hit the poison gland and get yourself deleted.
Yeah.
Now, puffers carry this
Love that
as a
clip.
defense mechanism as poison accumulates in their organs and skin.
Okay. Okay, so like plants do this, some animals do this. Bro, nature evolving to like make it so when you're eaten, the thing that eats you dies. I don't think enough animals are smart enough to not try and eat you still and die. So it's like it's still a crazy thing to spec into, and as a part of your like animal or plant nature skill tree is okay, well, I'm going to deter them from eating me with the whole thing where if they eat me, then they die. It's just like using martyrdom from the good God games.
Why is that important?
Fucking stupid.
Well, you see, I kind of lied. Dolphins don't get drunk. They get high.
They get high
on
as hell.
neurotoxin.
¿Quieres?
Pods of dolphins will
That ain't
bully
right.
pufferfish until they inflate, then partake in a literal puff pass.
What?
By lightly
Oh
squeezing
my
the puffer in
God.
their mouth, they receive a small dose of neurotoxin, which has
Oh
a
my
narcotic
God.
effect, allowing Flipper here to trip balls before
Oh,
passing the
no.
unhappy basketball onto the next submarine stoner.
They don't even kill him. They just bite him and throw him around and scare him until they get high as
Flipper and
hell.
friends saw the deadliest neurotoxin on the planet and said, "Fuck it, let me try some of that." This
Those guys suck, dude. Those guys super suck. No, I don't like those guys. Just a quick puff. Oh, fuck those
isn't a
guys.
spider. It's a snake.
It's a centipede. Oh,
Introducing the Iran.
what? What?
Some of that. This isn't a
I don't like that.
spider.
I don't like whatever is going on here. That's fucked up. Nah, whatever evolution tree you spec'd into to get what you're doing right now, you unspec now. Unspec yourself now.
It's a snake. Introducing the Iranian spider-tailed horned viper. As the name suggests, native to Iran, and you are all
it's not
probably
Australia.
wondering why the f this snake has decided to attach a cosplay of the average Australian resident to his tail. The answer is food. You see, every known snake species is a predator. Some eat Bambi, others eat Remy, and the spider tail, not unlike myself, absolutely fucking loves KFC. But birds famously tend to fly, and last I checked, nope, ropes don't have wings. So how does this viper get his zinger box?
I can't believe
the
he
answer is again
tricks them.
Food. You see, birds eat insects,
tricks them
and
to
the
come
spider tail
down.
knows this. So rather than trying to chase his prey down, this lazy fucker has evolved the evolutionary equivalent of DoorDash. You see, when a viper feels like a meal, it'll start the hunt by finding a nice rocky outcrop to curl up on like a couch. And due to the camouflage on his scales, this snake becomes
He just posts up on a rock and starts wiggling his shit. And then eventually a bird thinks it's a bug and comes to eat it and dies.
practically invisible.
Okay.
Once he's
That's
nice
my
and
boss.
cozy, he begins to slowly wiggle his tail back and forth in front of his
it's
face,
wiggling his
perfectly
shit.
mimicking the motion of an insect. Think of this as him placing his Uber Eats order. Meanwhile, up in the air, our undercooked chicken tender is flying around when, holy shit, a free meal! What a
Oh my god!
bug, just
Yum
sitting there
yum!
on that rock.
Munch crunch
And so,
time for
Tweety
lunch.
Birdie swoops down to grab himself
Holy
an
shit.
insect Happy Meal, and just as he's about to reach his meal.
Okay, hang on. So, every time, do you think the snake lets himself get bit by the bird before biting? Or do you think he's fast enough to get them before he gets the tail? Because it's kind of a trade-off where it's like, you have to get bit every time, you know what I mean? So that's where twerking came from. Dude, yeah, the snakes invented it, bro. These snakes invented shaking it their ass. They invented throwing it back. He's fast. You think he's just faster than it? But like, it would kind of suck to have to get bit in the ass by a bird every time you wanted to eat some food. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know, that's still a meal at the end of the day, and a pretty damn free one at that.
This spider can remove your limbs. But how? Introduce.
All right. Arachnophobes, tune out now because this one's definitely going to be a doozy, okay? Arachnophobes, close your eyes because this one is going to be messed up. Anything that has like any kind of necrosis venom or anything like that scares even me, all right? Scares even me. So, you've been warned.
The brown recluse, native to the United States.
Yes, I knew it was going to be him. It's our boy. The spider that I grew up fearing every single day.
America, and a prime example of don't judge a book by its cover. Because despite only coming in at a huge 2 centimeters in length and rocking the spider equivalent of default character customization, this little is a level 500 rot build.
This guy is a piece of shit, the brown recluse, okay? Because he is the most unassuming looking spider ever. You throw a goddamn bird-eating tarantula up here and you throw this guy, and I tell you which one is more dangerous, you're gonna go with the bird-eating, giant, scary, fangs the size of a rose thorn spider. But no, it's this jackass who actually just looks like looks like a house spider. Looks like the most harmless spider ever. We're like, oh, I don't like spiders, but you know, he's not gonna hurt me. No, this guy will end you.
That gives Melania a run for her money. You see, a bite from a recluse starts in the most American way possible, with you accidentally stepping foot onto his private property, causing him to exercise his Second Amendment rights.
Yes, and that's why he's our spider, because he's always exercising his Second Amendment rights by pushing your shit in the second you go onto his property.
Considering a spider can't really hold a gun, he's going to settle on biting your ass. Now, that initial bite's pretty painless. You smack him away, all's well. There is just one small problem. Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of necrotic venom coursing through your veins, which at first does nothing. You walk back to your house, the bite starts to sting a little more. You feel sick.
GG. Yes, no, this is GG.
Swells, and the blood vessels around the bite burst, turning it a deep red. Over the next few days, that color shifts from red
to purple,
to black, as the venom literally destroys and kills the surrounding tissue in a process called necrosis. This causes the skin to literally rot and fall off of your body.
One time, I was hanging out with one of my friends, and we were convinced, because he got bit by a spider, we were convinced that it was a brown recluse. And we just sat there panicking. Native to the U.S.? Yes, it is native to the U.S. The brown recluse, yes. Yeah. And we were convinced he got bit by a brown recluse, and we just sat there crying and panicking the entire time because we just assumed he was cooked. But it ended up just being a house spider, and we were good.
And if you don't catch it in time, that rot's gonna spread. If you're lucky, it'll only make you violently ill and leave permanent scarring. If you're unlucky, it just keeps spreading, and the venom starts to destroy your blood cells and shut your organs down. Now, there's kind of only one solution to that, but
he's back
using that arm anyway, right?
Yeah.
Australia.
But yeah, I again, those guys made me grow up in fear because I'm pretty sure they're like West Coast, rural West Coast kind of like living. And I grew up in rural West Coast. Yeah. You for World War III, drop canisters at those whoever makes a mistake touching them our boats. Oh, so true. Oh, praise be. Keep that shit over there. It's fucked up.
Has a strike.
Your friend got bitten by one on her face, and there's like a dent there now. Yeah. When I was little, my sister told me that there are giant spiders that drop down from the trees and land on your head and suck out your brain. Yeah, they are, and they still do.
Up Pokemon. Introducing the
Oh, hell yeah.
brushtail possum. More specifically,
yes.
the golden brushtail possum. Native to the land down under, and
The
one of the
golden
rare
legendary
examples of
drop.
an Australian animal that isn't expressly designed to DoorDash you straight to heaven. You see, the
do these guys
brushtail
do?
is one of a grand total of 23 species of Australian possum, which, despite the name,
I love
share
possum.
absolutely no relation to the red-blooded American opossum.
Okay,
These
well, I like that guy.
adorable little marsupials come in all shapes and sizes, from the ringtail possum to the sugar glider.
I love that guy.
To our
No!
protagonist here, the golden brushtail, which is really
Keep
just
that guy
a
safe.
common brushtail possum with a rare genetic mutation called leucism that causes them to lose the pigment in their skin. So basically, it's a fucking shiny Pokemon. Coming in at around 4.5 kilos and 40 centimeters in length, these tree-dwelling marsupials are nocturnal and primarily herbivores, mainly consisting on a diet of leaves and fruit. And for added cute points, as marsupials, yes, they carry around their babies in a little pouch like their roided-out cousin the kangaroo.
Yay!
However, come on, the thing is from Australia,
We
you
love
didn't
that guy.
really think these bad boys would be squeaky clean, did you?
No,
You see, they
never.
aren't entirely
They got
herbivores.
switchblades in their tails.
Salad. They will also quite happily raid a bird's nest and turn Tweety's kids into a 3-egg omelette. Roadkill?
No!
Sounds like a fine steak dinner to me.
What
And
the
just
fuck?
because it's not a
They're
venomous predator
omnivores.
doesn't mean it can't take your fucking finger off. And the cherry
No.
on top.
Why can't it just be a good
Pikachu
guy?
Here doesn't go pika pika. No, you see, down under doesn't have
screeches.
Pokemon trainers, because when you step into the tall grass out here, you hear this absolute fucking demon. Australia doesn't just have snakes and spiders. It has a tiger. Well, kinda. Introducing the thylacine, better known as the Tassie tiger. As the name suggests,
thylacine?
native to my home state
Sounds like a
of
dinosaur.
Tasmania, this tiny little island off Australia's south coast. No,
Sounds like a
that is
dang
not
dinosaur.
New Zealand. They have hobbits, not tigers. Oh, tiger isn't entirely correct. You see, the thylacine isn't a cat on steroids. You see, this bad boy is the largest carnivorous marsupial on the planet. Despite the kangaroo coming in at 7 foot tall and throwing kicks like Chun-Li, they are herbivores, and everything else with a pouch that eats meat is about the size of a chihuahua, making this 1.3 meter, 20 kilo kangaroo dog
guy does
with
not
a
look
tiger
real.
persona the
He looks like a
only
Lego.
3 meter, 20 kilo.
Look at this guy. He looks like a Lego. Like, he looks like a Lego figurine of, like, an animal. Like, he's just so angular. Like, this, like, look at this. He's like the Mew monster right here. Like, he's so, like, bony.
A kangaroo dog with a tiger persona, the only marsupial apex predator. See, these things were ambush hunters, using stealth and speed to silently take down their prey like they're playing Assassin's Creed. On top of being a fully qualified Spec Ops agent, these things had a mouth on them
They
to
have
rival
night vision
Kirby.
too.
Capable of
Oh my
opening their
God.
jaw a
You can dang
full
eat my whole head.
80 fucking degrees, which is absolutely terrifying and
Ew.
really cool. It's just
No.
one small problem. You may have picked up on me talking mostly in the past tense, and that all of this footage is in black and white. That's
they're
because
gone.
we don't have a tiger. We had one. Unfortunately, the thylacine was driven to extinction in the late 1980s.
Yeah, that sounds
By
about
what
right.
exactly? The British. You see, when the Brits,
Of course
did
they
their
did.
thing and decided Tasmania was their house now, actually, they brought with them livestock, namely sheep and cattle, which
Thank
was a
goodness.
fucking blessing to the Tassie tiger, which rapidly added these walking meatballs with the survival instincts of a wet sock to their meal
Oh,
plans.
hell yeah.
The colonists did not take
But they didn't
kindly
like
to the
that.
thylacine,
Of course they didn't like that.
taking their livestock without a license in it, so they placed bounties on their heads. Never mind that these things never attacked humans and very rarely took their livestock. No, they were an inconvenience. And so
hell yeah.
they were hunted down. One by one by
No,
one.
not the
For
goats.
70 fucking years.
That ain't
Until September 7th, 1936, when the last thylacine, Benjamin, died cold
Benji.
and alone in a cage at the Hobart Zoo. Usually, I'd end these with a joke, but the fact that we wiped his entire bloodline and turned him into a fucking rug isn't that funny.
That ain't right. That ain't right. Justice for fucking Benjamin, bro. Goddamn freaks, man. Goddamn freaks. That ain't right, man. That ain't right. I don't fuck with that, man. You done did my boy Benji that dirty. Those guys, even though I didn't like their angular Lego head, they didn't deserve that, bro. They didn't deserve that. You came to their land and you dang turned it into a farm, and then you goddamn, man, that ain't right, man.